Good morning, Grasso. Welcome to our grade 10 and 11 class meeting. We're going to start by congratulating our Student of the Month winners for February. We have in grade 10, Olivia Melton. In grade 11, Kanani Brown. Congratulations. You'll be invited to a luncheon in the restaurant at the end of the year. I believe May or June we'll be having our next Student of the Month luncheon. We recently had a luncheon for the students for the first half of the year, and it was a great way to honor the students, so we look forward to having lunch with you. Up next, we had a big tournament on Friday. It was the Skills USA tournament. Many of our students here at Grasso, we had a whole busload of students who participated, and we're going to have Gavin Jameson give us an update on how it went. Come on down, Gavin.
So we would like to acknowledge our Skills USA chapter ambassadors, Mason Gardner and McKenna Decora. As well as that, we had Adrian Bouchard, who was a finalist in customer service. We had Colt, who got second place for EMT. In Job Skills Demo O, we had Vera Bonville for first place, and then Olivia Melton in second place. For prepared speech, Vera Bonville also was a finalist. For restaurant service, Bella LaBall got first place. For technical computer applications, Caden was a finalist. And then for video production, Finn Iscaro and Mason Gardner were the second place team. And then finally, Chase Beatty was a finalist in the welding competition. So congratulations to our 10th graders, Vera, and our 11th grader, Bella, for being able to attend nationals this year in Atlanta, Georgia in June. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, up next we have Mr. Jones. He's going to join us, and he's going to give us an update on the upcoming fun events that are happening and are getting planned right now.
Thank you, Mrs. Vaughn. A couple of things. Field Day, May 24th. It's a Friday. It's a half day of school. We're going to have Field Day. We're trying to get a dunk tank. We're trying to have a competition with the teachers for the dunk tank. Mr. Zagura has volunteered to go into the dunk tank. He said if we raise $200, he will go into the dunk tank. So if you can think of other activities aside from the dunk tank and things to do for Field Day, please email me so we can consider your ideas. Prom, senior prom, May 26th, a Friday, Mystic Marriott. Tickets are on sale now. Prom is right around the corner. You can pay for your tickets in the main office during lunch. We want you to go. We encourage you to go. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so don't miss out and attend the prom. Class dues. If you're a 9th grader, a 10th grader, an 11th grader, your class dues are due on May 15th. In the main office, you can pay during lunch. Seniors, your dues should already be paid, so don't forget, if you haven't done so, to pay your dues. We remind all of you to make sure that you are checking social media, Grasso Instagram, Grasso Facebook, to stay up to date on the latest things, and that you're checking your email and your Google Classroom for all fun, new information about Grasso Nation. Remember, phones down, books up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mrs. Flor.
All right, up next, we have Aaron Rios, part of the class council for the grade 11 students. He's going to share an update as to the work that the class council is doing.
Hey, so currently for the junior class council, we're trying to get obviously more things up and going, but what we're going to proceed with from now. We're trying to aim for a cornhole tournament. If you don't know what cornhole is, I don't really know how to describe it, but that tournament, we're trying to get started from mid to the end of April, sometime around there, obviously. I think is what we had in mind. So that's like the main thing going on. So if you're interested in that, feel free to participate.
I think that's a great activity. So many people would be able to participate in cornhole,
Yeah,
right?
you know.
It's really tossing bean bags, and I think that that's a skill that most people probably have already mastered,
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, like, it's always going to be fun, obviously, when anyone can really participate in it. So if you're interested in that, I would obviously recommend participating, and I would highly condone it because all that goes into our class.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And moving on, the next speakers, we have Gita Colombrito and Caden Finkelstein, who are going to give us an update for their class council. Did I see your
Hi guys.
We had a AAA fundraiser about 2 weeks ago, and we made $140. And thank you to Mr. Valentine, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Rios, and many more for attending the event. Keep an eye out for another dress down day coming up, and remember to pay dues and come to our next meeting.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know.
We'll get back to you guys about that.
Do
But
you email it out?
yeah, it's gonna be email, so just stay. Yeah. Okay.
Next up, we have Mrs. Bedard from School Counseling, the School Counseling Department Head, to share some information with us as well.
Good morning. I just wanted to remind teachers and students that grades close on April 5th. It's really important that if you have any outstanding assignments, if you've been absent and have things to make up, if you have tests coming up, to make sure you study for them. Again, April 5th. The new quarter starts on April 8th. However, April 8th will be on vacation. So really, it will be on April 15th. It is really important for you to do your best this last quarter. If you have grades that are not what you would like them to be, for instance, if you look at your Y1 grade and you are not passing for the year, that would mean you're not going to earn that credit. Please be aware, do everything you can to bring those grades up, work as hard as you can this last quarter. Also, for those of you who might not make that, we have summer school. Okay, you can earn 2 credits of summer school over the summer. And make sure that you've done course selection with your school counselor. If you haven't done so or you think you missed it, check with your school counselor. And as Mr. Jones says, it is time to lock it in.
Thank you, Mrs. Bedard. That's right. It's time to lock it in. Summer school is not everybody's favorite thing, so now is the time to dig deep and turn things around if that's a situation you're finding yourself in. And school counseling, they are here to help support you with that. So if you are looking for strategies or you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the tasks in front of you, school counseling is your place to go. They are experts at helping kids navigate these situations. So I would encourage you to reach out to your school counselor. All right, so I'm going to finish off this class meeting with some updates and reminders. All right, so one update, talking about quarter 4. We have a new initiative that we're going to be putting into place. We are going to, for the grades 10 through 12, if you have a 70 or higher in all of your classes for the year, you will be eligible to go to the cafeteria for a study hall. This would be reflected on your schedule, and you would be assigned to a teacher that will be in the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, you'd be allowed to be on your phone. You're going to be allowed to talk. You can have snacks. The vending machine will be available. You can purchase snacks and have them. It all, again, has to stay in the cafeteria. And you will be able to go to the library. Students who are not at that level of having a 70 across the board, you will be assigned and you will stay with your study hall teacher. Or you might get a new study hall teacher. If you have an access class that you're assigned to, you will continue in that access class. And it's something that we'll be looking at as the quarter goes on. And so students might be able to earn themselves a spot in the cafeteria. So that's going to start Q4. We're very excited about this. As of right now, many more students than not are eligible to have their study hall in the cafeteria. And so now is the time to get your grades up if that's something that you would be interested in having your study hall there. Period 7, other things that we need to remind you. We have many students asking to go to their shops. When you are in academics, you are not allowed to go into the shop hallways, to your shop teachers. And so you should not be asking your teachers for passes to go to your shop. That is a school rule, that's a school policy. Many students are not reporting to their access teachers or their study hall teachers. If you have a pass from a teacher during period 7, you need to first check in with your access or study hall teacher, show them your pass, and then proceed to the location that you're trying to get to with your pass. But you can't go directly to that teacher without checking in with your study hall or access teacher. If that happens, you're going to be considered as skipping class, and then you'll have either a detention, sale, or possibly in school. And so we don't want that happening, and so this is just a reminder of those policies. We are seeing an uptick in the cafeteria after lunches and after breakfast, where students are not clearing their trays. If this continues, we might have to go to more of a middle school model where we dismiss people by their tables. We do not want to do this, so please work with us. If you are having lunch, if you're having breakfast, it really is important to clear your trays, clear your food. Your table should be clean before you leave it. If everybody does their part, it makes it much easier because we don't have a lot of time between the lunch waves, and so it makes it difficult to get the next group of students in if we're also clearing all these trays and food from the tables. So it's important for everybody to do their part and help keep the cafeteria clean and running smoothly. Student drivers. We're seeing student drivers arriving late to school. This is just a reminder, friendly reminder, that if this becomes a pattern, you might find that your parking privileges are revoked. This is not something that we want to do, but getting to school on time is really important, and it will set you up for success, being to school on time. And it aligns with our core values, including professionalism, because it's important for you to practice coming to school on time, because when you have a job, you're going to need to be on time for that as well. So now's the time to practice that skill. And lastly, we are seeing that we're still having students in the building eating outside the cafeteria. As part of our pest management program, we are being told that students can only eat in the cafeteria. You cannot take your lunch and go to a teacher's classroom during lunch and eat. You cannot be eating snacks. You can't be walking in the halls with drinks and food. So it's very important. We do not want to have a situation where we have a pest problem. So please, your cooperation would be greatly appreciated to help us maintain a healthy environment for everybody here at Grasso. And with that, that's the end of this class meeting. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, Grasso.